Hi guys, welcome to another ramen rants session. Today I am trying a new flavor. It's kind of like the chicken ramen, but it's beef ramen. So it's the same brand, but it's just like a different flavoring. I'm really excited to try this because I've never had it before, and I'm hoping it tastes good. I haven't really been eating that much ramen. I feel like my diet these days is like eggs, lots of eggs, pierogies, like frozen pierogies. Here's the first bite. Not bad. It's better than the chicken ramen, that's for sure. But I don't think it's as good as the other ramen that I tried. Maybe if the other ramen was like on the instant ramen scale anyways. A 5 maybe, like out of 5, which is pretty good. Maybe this is like a 4 or like a 3.5. And then the chicken ramen would be like a 2. But yeah, overall not bad. I think I poured too much water in it, so maybe like the flavoring isn't as strong because I poured out like some of the water. But anyways, because this is a ramen rant, let's get talking. Okay, I actually wrote down like a little list of things to talk about in case I couldn't think of anything. The reason why I haven't really posted that many YouTube videos recently is because of my AP testing, and I really just kind of wanted to focus on studying for that. I had 4 APs this year. I took psychology, US history, English language, and human geography. And overall, I would say they went pretty well. Honestly, for APUSH, I feel like I put that one off too long to study. Like, I didn't really study. I studied content, but I should have practiced like writing DBQs more. I didn't really practice that at all, which was a big mistake because I ran out of time. And like I had some technical difficulties, so that was kind of a mess. But yes, all the other ones though I think went pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with that. One of the reasons why like the APs this year were like such a big deal to me was because I want to study in the UK for university. I'm not exactly sure how like British high schools system works itself out, but to apply as an international student from America, they expect to see your AP test scores. So for some of the schools that I'm applying to, like I need a certain amount of 5s and 4s to be considered. So that's why this year was kind of like a big year for me. In the UK, I have four or 5 schools. I know with the UCAS system, you can only apply to 5 schools. Right now on my list, I have St. Andrews, Durham, King's College, and UCL. And I'm planning on studying history there. I think right now my top choice is Durham, like if I'd be able to get in. I feel like that's where I would want to go. I was supposed to visit this June, but with Corona, obviously the trip was canceled. In the beginning of Corona, almost nice to have a break from school. I definitely feel like I've been getting burnt out. I never really thought I was gonna burn out. I definitely feel like I am. I feel like senior year will be nice because hopefully it'll be less stressful than junior year. I'm hoping that kind of cures my burnout, lack of motivation. I always considered like doing a gap year between like senior year of high school and freshman year of college. But for the UK, like they kind of discouraged that if you're not going to like, I don't know, go cure cancer or something, so I'm thinking maybe instead I'll do one after my bachelor's, going into my graduate. I'll do like a gap year then. I mean, the nice thing is like if I do end up in the UK, Europe is not that far away, so it'll be like so much easier to travel. Something else that Corona has made me realize throughout all of this is like I'm planning on going to university to study history. I don't know, whenever there's a crisis, the jobs that are really important obviously come to the forefront. I've always been someone more interested in like history and like English and like subjects like that. I don't know, STEM subjects are really important. Like you need doctors, you need engineers and whatnot. But I mean, obviously you also need like the arts and other things to help, I would say, improve like society and like the human condition. But when it comes to like a crisis, they're not exactly essential in the moment. It just feels like in terms of job security, it's not the best thing to go into. And I'm lucky to be able to study something that I actually want to pursue, not just for like monetary. When it comes to getting a history degree, And probably, I mean, I'm gonna have to get a graduate degree after if I actually want to work somewhere. Well, a lot of people get history degrees and then they become lawyers, but the majority of the people I feel like don't end up, because there's not enough jobs, I guess. Like, you normally don't end up in a museum or like as a professor if you get your PhD. Like, you normally end up in the private sector for some corporate business doing some kind of analysis. Like, one of my neighbors up the street, he went to Princeton and got a history degree there, and like that's like Princeton, like that's one of the best universities in the world for a history degree, and just in general. And he works a corporate job now, so I don't know. I guess it also just depends on like what situation you're in, like if you have a family. I know some people know that they want to start a family when they're older, know they want to get married. Like, it'd be nice to be married, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like the problem, okay, this is gonna sound bad. Not the problem exactly, but the thing with kids is that like they're such this is gonna sound dumb. They're such a time commitment. I mean, obviously they are, but like seriously, 18 years plus. I don't know. I feel like people just like being parents because, well, of course you get that nice social interaction, which is healthy for yourself, mentally and physically. But also, I feel like parents just kind of like the idea that they can kind of sculpt, at least when the kids are young. I feel like people really like that idea that like, oh, if I want this child to be a good reader, I don't know, I can read to him or her every single night or something. I don't know, stuff like that. I feel like it's just easier not have a kid, not have kids. If I did have kids, I feel like I'd definitely just adopt them because, I mean, at the rate the world is currently going, like, I do wonder, like, how ethical it is to have kids. Because climate change isn't going to go away. Like, so many things, like this year especially, Corona, like the fires in Australia, like so many things have happened, and it just kind of puts in perspective. Like, I always thought when scientists said, oh, 2050 is the year everything's gonna go wrong, blah blah blah, and I was like, 2050, it's kind of like far away, I don't know, I didn't really think about it too much, but it's like, it's only 2020 right now, and look at everything that's going wrong. Like, we still have 30 years before scientists say everything's gonna go wrong, and everything's going wrong right now, so I don't know, you know? Whenever I hear about people having kids, or like people who are pregnant now, I'm just kind of like, what kind of world are you gonna bring them up in? Like, I don't know, maybe that sounds dramatic, but the world is struggling right now. And we're overpopulated. The issues are all very complicated. And I get that I'm talking about this in a very black and white way, but sometimes that's just easier to talk about. Like, now that my APs are over, I kind of just want it to be summer. I kind of just want to, like, relax, make YouTube videos. Because it feels strange. Because obviously this entire thing, my workload has decreased. I don't have volleyball anymore. Like, I have a lot more free time. But it doesn't feel the same. It almost feels like this quarantine is like a combination of like having a break, but like not having a break, because the days kind of just blur together. So you're kind of just always thinking about like what work you need to do. I mean, you might not be doing it, but it's like, I feel like there's no designated time to take a break. Like, everything kind of just blurs together now. I found that FaceTiming my friends helps a lot. The longer I'm in quarantine, the less energy I have to, I don't know, communicate with other people, which I feel like should be the opposite, but I don't know. This is gonna sound hypocritical, counterproductive as I'm eating this ramen, but because of my lack of energy, I'm going to start like a 2-week no processed sugar, which basically just means I'm gonna try to eat healthy. Maybe I should just change it to try and eat healthy, because apparently there's processed sugar in like tomato sauce, and like, I'm not trying to go that far. Cleanse for 2 weeks until my birthday. because I'm obviously gonna eat tiramisu. And hopefully that'll give me some energy back. I don't know, it's gotten too easy to just lie around all day. I want to feel more productive again. Once I get into the groove of things, I think it'll be fine. Overall, this beef ramen, pretty good. At this point, I'm kind of just drinking sodium water. I have a Rho Kappa Zoom meeting I have to get to at 12. Which, not hopefully, probably no one will show up to. But, you know. Someone like noticed that we've been out of school for like how long we would normally be for summer break. That's crazy. It makes me wonder how the world is going to change after this. Honestly, this ramen rant has been kind of disheartening. Oh my god, do you want to know what I just thought of as I was eating my ramen? I think I'm done now. But I keep this channel until I'm an adult, and let's say I do have a kid one day and they watch this video, like that's kind of crazy. Like we don't have that for our parents. Like we can't go on YouTube, watch a video from when they were 16 talking to a camera. If I do have a kid, they're gonna hear me talking about how I don't want a kid. So that's kind of awkward. So yeah, it's kind of awkward there. But yeah, so I guess that's all for today's ramen rants. I hope you have a good day. Hopefully I will start uploading regularly on Tuesdays. That is the goal that I am trying to achieve. And I'll see you next time. Bye!